Welcome to the Drug Trends presentation. My name is Emily Lacher, and I'm a health educator with the Marshfield Clinic Center for Community Health Advancement. And today I'll be talking to you about the use of vaping devices. I first want to start off by talking to you about electronic nicotine delivery systems, or ENDS. ENDS are battery-powered devices that deliver nicotine and flavorings to the user in the form of an aerosol. ENDS create an aerosol by using a battery to heat up liquid that usually contains nicotine, flavorings, and other chemicals. People that use ENDS inhale this flavored aerosol into their lungs. ENDS are referred to by a variety of names including mods, vapes, or JUUL, just to name a couple of them. Even though the devices are called different names, none of these are safe for youth to use even when they are advertised as a safe alternative. You heard me say the word nicotine before, but what is nicotine? Nicotine is a chemical that is taken out of the tobacco plant and put into things like cigarettes and e-juices, including cartridges. So what's the big deal about nicotine? After someone has inhaled the vape aerosol, the nicotine gets absorbed into your body and goes straight into your brain. From there, the nicotine activates the part of your brain that makes you feel happy and satisfied. Nicotine is powerful and oftentimes causes users to crave that feeling again and again. Oftentimes, the reuse of nicotine leads you down a path of addiction. Nicotine is very harmful to your growing brain. It specifically harms the part of your brain that controls attention, mood, learning, and impulse control. You have to keep in mind that your brain is not fully developed until around age 25. You're actually damaging the growth of certain parts of your brain by vaping or using the electronic nicotine delivery systems. Youth that use ENDS at a young age are also at high risk for smoking regular cigarettes and using other drugs, even if you think you never will. So let's say I'm using a nicotine juice or e-juice that says there's no nicotine in it. I'm okay, right? Actually, according to the CDC, or the Center for Disease Control, 99% of the e-juices they've tested had nicotine in them, even when the label said they didn't. Currently, the Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, does not make sure what is in the e-juices is said on the label like they do with other things, like potato chips, for example. This is important to know because even if the label says there's no nicotine in it, it doesn't necessarily mean it's true. ENDS allows the users to also make a very large white cloud. Many people think this is just water vapor. In reality, this, quote, cloud is an aerosol mixture of many different chemicals. But what is an aerosol actually? An aerosol is defined as a mixture of liquid particles hanging out in a gas and can contain many chemicals. Aerosols can also leave drops behind in the air instead of disappearing right away like a water vapor. These drops end up in the lungs of people who vape and people who inhale the aerosol secondhand. Secondhand means from someone that has vaped next to someone that isn't vaping. Vaping puts you at an increased risk of getting severe lung disease due to the chemicals inhaled into your lungs and that damage the tissues. Remember, you're in charge of your health. If you're feeling peer pressure to vape, just know that your friends should respect your decision and not push you into something you do not want to do. Now that we've talked about what vaping is and what happens to your body when you vape, I wanted to let you know that there's many vaping quitting resources in the video description below. If you have questions, you can reach out to your health teacher at school or text the chat line, texting DitchJUUL to the number on the screen.